Hi everyone, my name is Miss Sara from the Wixom Public Library, and welcome to our instructional video to make crystal flowers. So this is going to be a pretty short video. A lot of this craft it's more of an experiment, and it's going to take some time once you get the setup done. But we're going to go over the setup together. So we are making crystal flowers. You don't have to make flowers, you can make whatever shape you want, but I'm going to still make a flower. So what you should have gotten from the library in your bag is you should have gotten a popsicle stick, some yarn. You got 3 different colors of pipe cleaners you can use, so it's, dealer's choice, whatever one you want to use. You've got 3 tablespoons of borax. So it is really important that you do not eat this, you do not touch this and then lick your fingers or eat or do anything. You're going to want to wash your hands if you come into contact with this. And it does say that on the label too. What you're going to need from home is you're going to need some type of glass or heat safe container that you're okay having something set up in, but you don't want to use anything that's going to melt because we are also going to need some boiling water. So obviously this is not boiling yet, but and this is the part where you may want to use grown-up help to boil the water either in a kettle or on the stove. But you are going to need a cup of boiling water. Okay, so let's get started with our instructions. It's going to be pretty quick, but and then you should have fun seeing how they grow. Okay, so let's get started making our crystals. So the first thing you're going to want to do is use your pipe cleaners to make whatever shape you want. So I'm going to make a tulip just because it's fun and spring, but you can use whatever color and make whatever shape you want. So let's get started just making a quick little flower. So the pipe cleaner should stay in whatever shape you choose to make it. So I'm just going to make the purple into a circle to start. And then I'm just going to shape it into a little flower that can grow. So again, you can do whatever shape you want. You could do a heart, you could do a circle, you could do interlocking flowers, whatever you want to do. It's totally cool, up to you. So you have 2 options once you make your shape. So if you're doing a flower or something else, you can use the pipe cleaner to make, for the flower, I would call it a stem, or you could just use it to help suspend in the water. So you have 2 options here. So I'm going to attach the stem. So the popsicle stick is going to be used on top of the jar to suspend your shape in the water. So if you're using the pipe cleaner, you're just going to wrap it around, because again, it'll keep its shape. And then you're going to pop your shape into the jar that way. If you didn't make a flower or you don't want to use the other pipe cleaner, you can also tie your shape with the yarn and tie it onto the popsicle stick that way. Both will work. You don't have to use the yarn though. You can just use pipe cleaners. It's up to you. So the important thing you want to do though is make sure when you suspend your shape in the water that it doesn't quite touch the bottom, because once the crystals start to grow, it could get kind of stuck down there. It's not going to be the end of the world. You'll just have to be really careful pulling it back out, and you may have to break off extra bits of crystals. But again, it's not going to be a big deal, but just try to make sure it just doesn't quite touch the bottom. Okay, so once your shape is all ready to go, so make sure you have it ready to go. I'm going to set it to the side here. Then we're going to use our borax and our boiling water. So you have 3 tablespoons of borax in here, and you need 3 tablespoons of borax for each cup of boiling water. So you have essentially 1 time to do this. The borax is easily found at your grocery store. You can always get more if you want to try again or do more shapes. Okay, so we've got our boiling water. So we're just going to pour that into our heat-safe container. And then we're going to pop in our borax while it's still hot. You can just pour it on in there. And then we're just going to stir it up. So you want to try to dissolve the borax until it's kind of just barely settling on the bottom, making sure that it gets as dissolved as possible. This is just called our borax solution. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay. So again, remember, do not, if you use a spoon, don't use it to eat, don't do anything. We do not want the borax going into our bodies. And then all you do is pop in your shape. So your crystal, and then you just leave it. Leave it in some place where it's not going to get spilled. No one's going to try to drink out of it. Just put it in a safe space, and it could take several hours to a couple of days to grow. And then you just, once you see the crystals, you just pull it out, let it dry in a paper towel, and you've got some crystals. So let us know how it turned out, and feel free to email us if you have any questions. I hope you have a lot of fun with your experiment.